Hello and welcome to another installment of STUM. It's been a while since I've done one of these. A couple years to be exact. 2019. The year we all took for granted. It's actually a pretty good year, all things considered. It was a great year, actually. I want to go back. But anywho, here with me today is another literary relic of the past. And this one is called The Magic Wand. Let us begin, shall we? Once upon a time, there were two people sitting up in a tree. They wanted to play some games, so they turned themselves into bunnies. They did not know that their magic wands were out of power. Okay, I can already see that this story is off to a weird start. I mean, when were you going to establish that they even had magic wands? You didn't just mention them until randomly, oh, by the way, they have magic wands, and they're out of power. And if they were out of power, how did they turn themselves into bunnies in the first place? They wanted to know who can jump the highest. So they had a race to their favorite tree, and then they played tag. Oh, wait, no, that's not a competition to see who can jump the highest. That's to see who can run the farthest. Then, before they knew it, it was dark. So they ran to the porch and just went to sleep so they wouldn't get in trouble. I'm sure their mother's perfectly fine with the fact that they turn into rabbits, but God forbid they don't get back before sundown. Then in the morning, 8 o'clock a.m., they played some more. They played tag. They saw who could run the fastest. That's the same thing that they did yesterday. Then they stopped. They heard a noise say, change back to human. They got their magic wands and they swung them, but they could not get up. They were stuck as bunnies forever. Then they saw magic wands on the roof with power. Where the hell are all these magic wands coming from? First the rabbit people pulled them out of their ass, and now there's one up in the roof? And so they tried to get up the tree, and one got up, but the other could not. The one that got up the tree jumped to the roof to the house to get the wand. He swung it and turned back to human. The one that is on the roof told the bunny on the ground to catch the magic wand. He got it in his paws, but before he swung it, he was slipping, sliding, and he fell down. The magic wand went flying through the air like a bird, and it hit a person. It hit the house. It hit the tree, and it hit an eagle. Then it hit the other person, which accidentally changed him back into a bunny too. You know, I feel like all of that could have been avoided if the first guy would just use the magic wand to change the other guy back into a person. But clearly by now we can see that this story has ditched all reasonable logic. Well, they have to find another wand, because they're just lying all over the place. Another and still no power, and another and another and another, until they checked every single magic wand in the whole yard, except one over the fence. These are just lying all over the place, and all of them are... Where did these wands come from? And why are they in this person's yard? Did a truck full of wands just spill over and they all landed in this random person's yard? 2 more hours until midnight, and 2 more hours until we freeze to death. Because every night at midnight, the temperature just automatically drops below freezing, no matter where in the world you are. I give up, one of the bunnies said. Well, I don't! I'm tired of being a bunny, said the other bunny. I am finding that magic wand. And he went over the fence, and in a flash he was gone. Only 22 minutes left until the temperature drops like 50 degrees in a second. Now only 15 minutes left. But then he found the wand, finally. How can I get this wand over the fence if I can't even get to the fence in 4 minutes? 4 minutes! I better run! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 12 o'clock midnight. Poof! Wow. Just in time. You know, I feel like they would have been better off surviving the night as bunnies, because they have fur, which will keep them warm, and humans don't. And also, how come this didn't happen last night? How come they didn't freeze to death last night, but now they're worried about it? Anyway, now it's time to go to human sleep. The end. Until they turn themselves into foxes. I think I'm starting to remember why I stopped doing this. What was even the grade on this? When was this written? I want to know what the feedback on this story was, because none of it made any sense. There was just a bunch of random details and nothing tied together. It was just all over the place. I don't even know. Whenever this was written, I probably couldn't have written anything better, so I guess I'm not really gonna critique it too hard. But anyway, that concludes this episode. And, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I don't know.